gonna make a scarecrow here for the garden. And there's not a right or a wrong to do this. Just get you some scrap lumber, get you some old clothes, or in my case, I've got this landscaping fabric I'm using, some scrap furniture strips and stuff that I've got laying around. This scarecrow has been used for a few years in the garden, so I'm just going to run off of it. And so I'm using 2x4s, furniture strips. I got a PVC pipe here, 3/4 inch for the for like the neck part, the spine. I've got a just an empty jug for the head. Just took some gloves here that I had and to make the like hands. Here's the arms. Good staple gun, some belling twine, a utility knife of some sort, and yeah, just be creative. Make it as scary as you want. Make it as lifelike as you want. There's no right or wrong here. It's just having fun and being creative. So I've got the body portion, and so I'm going to cut my fabric off at the bottom, and then I'm going to have to start working on the shoulders here and the arms and try to make it look as lifelike as possible. I'm just going simple. You can use this for your garden. You can use this just to have fun. You can do this for your Halloween decor. So yeah, just a great project. Get the family involved, the kids, whatever. All right, so I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna cut that end off where that fabric is, and I don't want it to look pretty. I'm just going to make it look as jagged as possible. Well, that's what I want. To where it is about as long as my crossbar here, okay? And then I'm going to fold this over. All right. What I want to do is just kind of find the center point, which is going to be right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a little slit right there. That little slit we cut. All right. Without messing this up. Pull it down. Okay. So we're going to take our jug here that we use for the head. And I've got a screw here in the top that goes down in here that keeps the head from bobbling back and forth. The neck portion. Just like so. So now we're ready to work on the arm portion. All right, so we're going to pull this up, pull this back. That's going to be very crucial there. Pull this back with the wind blowing, of course. Now I'm just going to go down through here. Just going to put staples. Like I said, I don't want it looking pretty. So we want our hands to come a little bit out from this a little bit. So I'm going to go about right there where that drapes over that. All right, there's one. There's the other. All right. So now we got our arms on there. Okay. Just like that. We'll pull this down. See how it covers the arms? So that's what we want. Right there. So how I join this fabric together is, remove this a little ways. And I'm going to take me a nail and I'm going to go to the inside. I'm just going to make me a hole. Take my baling twine, fold it over like that. Pull it through. Sometimes the hole is a little bit bigger, sometimes it's not. Just make it a little bit bigger. That's what I like about this landscaping fabric. And then you just take it, and I'll just tie me a double knot in that. And that's it. And I'll go all the way down through there, and I'll just do it in several places. Okay, so there we go. I put some fabric over the head there and got all that secure. Them boards just to keep it from the wind blowing the fabric. Like I said, you can make it however you want to. I think it turned out just fine. Now I'm thinking on making a hat for it. That's a job, that's a process, but I can do it. And I might make one, and again, I might not. It just depends, but I think a scarecrow is not a scarecrow unless it has an old hat. Okay, so we're gonna make the hat for the scarecrow. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this piece of pretty thick cardboard and take this genuine Amish hat, and we're going to go off of that. Just going to trace around it. Let's see. Trace around it. Okay. These old pens ain't the greatest, but you know what? Best I can do right now. Okay. That gives us an outline. So right there is pretty much the center. So I'm just going to trace around this right here. And that will give us an opening. Cut up to that point. Cut up to that point. Cut up to that point. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to fold these over. I would suggest maybe going ahead of using the heat gun. But we're just going to fold them over, just like so. Nothing perfect. But we're going to fold them over just like that. A stapler. And it won't even come through. That's going to hold that. Take a garbage bag, take the hat. Put the hat down in there. Start at the top. Work your way around. I'm going to start putting like that. Not much, but just enough. Just kind of melting everything together, pulling everything together. And just kind of somewhat making it look like a hat. Okay. We're going to flip it over. And see, you got all this right here, right? Well, what you can do is just kind of stuff this down in the inside of here. Just like so. We'll push that out of here. Now, I'm going to apply heat towards the inside there. Okay, pushing any kind of air pocket out of this. Make it look gnarly as you can. All right, I'm going to go in there. And I'm going to... Just melted it in there. That's no big deal. There's the inside. And there's the outside of her hat. This will be the front. So this right here is kind of like to protect that. And there we go. We got a somewhat of a hat. That's on there pretty tight. Still got plenty of room. So there we go. It's not the best, but it will work.